just speaking to the microphone.
Well, I'm clearly not used to it, or I'd be better at it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just quick check. Is that cameras on? Oh, Adrian, look. Back to the front, side thing, huh? All right. It's on. Yeah, it's not a big flex.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh, okay. I should be...
Welcome back, everybody, to whatever this is. It is not the Big Flex. It is not the Strength Institute podcast. These are just going to be short videos that get posted, hopefully weekly, just to help bump our content up just a wee bit.
It feels weird. I've never done a real podcast before. I've only ever done the Big Flex one, so I'm just used to the crowd cheering us at the start.
Didn't I have you on for a real Strength Institute podcast yet? No, I haven't yet, have I? No. It's probably for the best.
I'm not real enough.
It's probably for the best. No. You're all right. We still have a working name in progress, but for right now, it's just called the Fit Tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Obviously, it is a work in progress, so any suggestions are welcome for obvious reasons.
Yeah. But for right now, instead of just the tip, just the fit tip.
To help with the name, maybe explain what we're doing with this particular podcast.
Yeah, with just the fit tip, it's basically just going to be short videos, 5 to 10 minutes long each, and we're going to be debunking fitness myths, giving you tips and tricks that you can use in the gym, all sorts of things like that. So it's going to have a variety of things. So it's like it's tips and it's fitness tips. So fit tip.
And we're just talking about the tips and just talking about fitness.
Yeah.
So
you got to get the
the tip.
Just the tip. Just the fit
of
tip.
the iceberg.
Just the tip of the fitness.
Just the fit tip.
Just the fit tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
It feels a lot like the Big Flex sort of vibe, though. You know,
it does. Maybe I should change the sign.
Right.
Maybe I should change the sign. I think it's all right. I think it's all right.
And you've got just the tip written up here.
I
am going to be thrilled.
Yeah. Okay. Now, for all of you saying, I've got a little picture-in-picture here, right? So everyone loves a little bit of picture-in-picture. Basically, the very first topic we're going to be talking about on just the fit tip is basically when people say, and this is going to be we're going to be debunking some fallacies, some myths right here.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Is that you can specifically train.
Spit it out. You can specifically train for toning.
Be suspicious. Just the fit tip. That you can train for toning. For toning. And I'm going to just enlarge this 1 second here so you can see. Basically, is that you can specifically train for toning. This is a lie, ladies and gentlemen. This is incorrect.
It is. First of all, Nevin, can you please explain what the word toning is? And can you do it in a let's pantomime. Let's you be literally any girl in the world who doesn't understand body composition and just run us through what you're talking about.
Or guy, let's not take it there, all right?
All right, fine.
Okay.
All right.
Saying
I don't mean to single out any gender. In my anecdotal experience, I've noticed it more in women.
Excuse me, Adrian. I would like to hire your services just to work on a bit of just toning. I want to tone everything up. I want to tone.
And then in my mind, I go like this.
Tone it up.
Get out. But in reality, I don't do that. And we educate people because toning doesn't really mean anything. So we're going to try and talk about like what people think they mean when they say that and then what they really mean when they say that.
Correct. So yeah, toning, well, your muscles are already toned. They're muscle fibers. That by nature, they're lean, right? Muscle it's a lean tissue. So you can't make the muscle more lean. It's already lean AF. What can you do though? Well, what does it imply? I guess you can see here on the PowerPoint. I went up and whipped up a little PowerPoint here for the episode 1 of just the fit tip.
Yeah, what I think people say when they say that, what I've gathered over the years is that usually when people say I want to look more toned, it means they just want to see their muscles.
More definition.
Exactly. So
right?
what that actually means is if we're talking about body composition, and we are talking about body composition, they want to see more lean mass. And you see lean mass when there's less body fat. So you're changing your body composition. So when people say, I want to be more toned, I find that they generally mean that they would like to be leaner and have better muscle definition. And that has nothing to do with the word toned. It's a whole process.
Right.
It's specifically talking about building lean mass and dropping body fat.
Absolutely. So yeah, being toned is just let's just say that's just the generic term for I want to have nicer looking muscles.
Yeah.
And I don't want to look like flabby around them. I want them to be toned and tight and look nice. Yeah. So there's really 2 ways that you can achieve that.
What are those 2
right?
ways?
Way number 1.
Yep.
Way number 1 is to increase your lean mass. So get bigger and get stronger, right?
Yeah.
So if you are, let's say, 100 kilos, and let's say you're 100 kilos and you're at 15% body fat.
Yes.
Right? Well,
that's pretty lean.
It's not bad for 100 kilos.
Yeah.
100 kilos, 50% body fat. If you were to be 100 kilos, let's say you stay at 15% body fat, but you add an extra 5 kilos of muscle. So now you're 120 kilos.
That's a lot of muscle.
So 105 kilos, but you're still 15%. Yeah. Right, so you've added 5 kilos of lean mass. Those muscles are going to look bigger compared to the adipose, the fat cells and tissues around them.
Yeah.
So your muscles will look bigger, more defined.
Yeah.
Right? So that's one way you could tone up by getting more lean mass.
That's interesting that you say 15%. What do you say 15%?
I was just arbitrary number. Yeah.
So for people at home that are wondering, roughly you see men tend to get abs around that like 10 to 15%.
I would say 10%. 10% you have a 6-pack.
Some people with like really good physiques, they're like 10 to 15%-ish. I find like they start seeing abs and like really nice full 6-pack at 10%. With girls, it's a little bit higher. Girls they need more body fat to facilitate a lot of functions that they have to do with specifically. Gender doesn't exist, so I guess this doesn't matter. Specifically with specifically female functions, right? So women, when their body fat gets too low, then their body doesn't facilitate, like they don't have the periods and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so they need a lot more body fat
hormone production
to help with that. So I find that girls tend to get abs around the like just under 20%, kind of like 15 to 20% ish, and like girls that I've known who have been on stage at bodybuilding, they tend to be on stage competing around like 10%. And that's their like absolute
8 to 10. I reckon for ladies we still need to be under 15% to see the abs.
Yeah, but it's just a bit higher by about 5 or 10% ish. I find with girls than it is for guys to have the same 6-pack.
Yeah, but it's also not really a fair comparison because girls generally will have breast and breast tissue, which is not. Do you know what I mean?
There's a lot of different variation as well. Yeah.
So it does come down person to person in the end as well, I think. But so one way to increase lean mass, and the other way to decrease fat mass.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So by decreasing the fat mass, you are then revealing that lean muscle tissue that is already there.
And I think another thing that we should talk about here as well, if we're debunking myths as well.
Well, let's debunk this myth then. What's up?
Girls thinking that when they do weight training are all of a sudden gonna get massive and jacked. Did that light just turn on?
Yeah, it did. I'm disappointed.
Get massive and jacked and like touch a weight and just go bam and look like a man.
Get yoked.
It is almost not possible. It's actually very, very hard for women to build muscle unless they're genetically
especially that amount of muscle
to building muscle because they have naturally more testosterone, things like that in their body, growth hormone, all the same things. A lot of girls say this to me and have said this to me. They don't want to do too much weights because they don't want to get too big.
Yeah.
Honey, you couldn't if you tried. It's actually, it's really hard for girls to put on muscle. Men just have a lot more testosterone and growth hormone in their body naturally, so they find it easy to put on muscle.
Women have less anabolic hormones. It's as simple as that. Yeah.
But not only that, when girls do put on muscle, otherwise we'd be having a gym with just yoked women walking around as well. They don't get like big and bulky like women tend to think that they do.
Yeah.
You just get more shapely.
Yes.
It's that's something that I've noticed a lot over the years. Women are almost scared of doing weight training because they're afraid that they're just going to get massive all of a sudden.
Right.
It's just not true.
It's just
what
not
do
true.
you think about that?
No, I agree. I flashed up here. I'll keep it this way. Put this thing back up, just so people can see. I agree. Is that basically it's very hard for women in particular to put on a heap of muscle as is. So you have to be that. The what do they call it? The white buffalo? No, it's like the 1 in a million. You know?
The white buffalo?
Yeah, my white buffalo. This is from Hot Tub Time Machine.
Oh,
it's like the one that got away.
The
white buffalo. Yeah, it's like the unicorn. The unicorn.
Rare,
If you're a lady and you train and you put on just a shit ton of lean mass and look yoked, you're the 1 in a cajillion. Like it's more than likely not going to happen.
I've seen like 1 or 2 of those types of women over the years as well. It's very rare that women have that sort of hormone profile.
Yep.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I think that is basically all we want to touch on there for training for toning. What you really mean is you want to get a little bit less body fat, percentage, or you want to increase your lean mass a little bit.
Absolutely.
And I guess the best way to do that is to do strength training or hypertrophy training to build muscle. Keep in mind, if you're a lady, you're not going to get bulky, so just get after it, okay? It's going to improve everything. And also try to decrease your fat tissue a little bit. And you can do that by increasing your general activity, increasing your workout lengths, maybe going on some small little diets, like short term. Just eat a little bit healthier. There's lots of ways you can try to drop fat, but that might be a different episode. Awesome.
All right.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the first episode of the fit tip. Just the tip. Just the fit tip.
Are we going with just the tip?
Just the fit tip.
Just the tip.
Not just the tip. Just the fit tip.
Just the fit.
Just the fit tip.
Just the fit tip. I'm sure by now you've realized that I am just messing with you.
Outrageous. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, guys, and we will be back soon with another Just the Fit tip.
Just the tip.
Of fitness.
Of fitness.
Of fitness.
Of the tip.
Fitness tip.
Just the you can edit all of that out, right? So Should we redo that bit?
No.
That was great. The first one will be funny, and I'll be proper for the next ones, all right?